Hi everyone, and welcome to week 4 of our beginner gardening series. Today we're going to focus on planter gardening. So whether you have a small or a large garden or simply a patio or balcony, container gardening offers you flexible growing opportunities. Growing plants in containers is an easy way to create instant and changeable displays right outside your back door. And it's especially useful if you're short on time or maybe you're also short on space. So many plants can be grown in containers, from your hardy bedding plants to bulbs, that's like your pansies and things, to herbaceous plants such as fruit and vegetables, and even some shrubs and trees will thrive in them. However, it's worth knowing that you need to give your plants the best conditions possible, because container grown plants need a little bit extra care compared to those that grow in the ground. So I want to share with you 5 points to remember whenever you're thinking about getting your containers started. So number 1, choose the right location. This is really important, to site your container where the plants growing in them are going to get the most of what they need. That will allow them to thrive. So plants that require a lot of sun should receive at least 6 hours of sunlight a day. So these should be placed in a south or west facing location. Shade-loving plants should be grown in pots placed in shady areas, and ideally choose a sheltered spot for your containers to stop those cold, drying winds harming them. They will dry the leaves out, they'll lose that nice look to them. And also make sure that you plant them near places like or put them near fences or walls or somewhere where they are a little bit more protected. Also choose the right container, that's number 2. Containers come in many shapes, sizes, colours and materials. But it's a good idea to opt for conventional plastic terracotta ones or wooden pots or troughs. Or you can even be creative and use some recycled goods such as buckets, bathroom furniture, tins, anything suitable really. The only rules are that your container should be large enough to provide your plants with the room that they need to grow, and also that they have suitable drainage to allow the water to flow out of the bottom. So number 3 is to choose the right compost. So when you're filling your container, choose sieved homemade compost, if you have it, or multi-purpose from the garden centre. They are nutrient rich, they're lightweight and moisture retentive. Everything the plant needs. Avoid using that garden soil. It's pretty heavy and likely to contain weed seeds, which can outcompete your plants because they'll start growing up and taking those nutrients away from what you actually want to grow. And if you're growing perennial plants, like maybe you have a tub that you want to leave to the side during the winter and bring back out, you'll need to make sure you take some of that soil off the top and replenish it with new soil. Number 4 is watering. Plants growing in containers don't have access to as much moisture as those growing in the ground, so make sure that you do water them and you're prepared to water them. They will need watered nearly every day, but always check the label for what that actual plant requires. Especially on sunny days when the compost can really dry out, you should water them in the early hours and again in the early evening, because that will allow the moisture to soak right down through the compost and keep that plant well watered during the day. So it doesn't have to be tedious, it can be some time out in the garden just to get everything watered. So the final one is making sure that you feed your plants. They will need fed because they're not in the ground and not getting all those nutrients. So you can use something like a slow released feed or fertilizer, and you just pop that in your watering can, and you only need to do that every fortnight or so during this growing season just to give them a little boost. So now you're ready to go out and create your own containers. All that's left to do is just buy the right plants and think about where you're going to put them. Always remember that plants don't need to be crushed in together for an instant finished look either. This will only lead to them not surviving. They won't get the nutrients they need, they'll get dried out, and your display will be ruined. So just so as you can gauge the number of plants that you will need, I bought some pansies a couple of months ago, and I got a pack of 6 and I planted 5 in this window box. Now it looks a bit sparse, I admit, but within a couple of weeks those pansies just filled that box, and now you can see here, this is what they look like. There's so few plants have just created a wonderful display. So don't go and buy loads and loads of plants and feel that you need to have this look instant look, because all you need to do is plant them up, set them outside, maybe in a sunnier location, water them frequently. They will thrive, they will grow quickly, and then you can take them and display them wherever you want to put them, and they will look so much better within a few days. Honestly, we can be tempted to go more for aesthetics and want things to look perfect instantly, but with plants, they just need that space to grow. And you know, a little pansy, which is only about this size, can take up, you know, it can grow and grow and grow. They'll fall out over the edges of planters. They're really pretty, so you don't need to spend a lot of money either to get a really lovely display. So I hope that's been useful. A little bit quick, I know, but there's not too much to talk about on containers. I want to give you the information you need and get you out there planting them up. Today maybe isn't the best day. This is the dullest day we've had for ages, and it's pouring currently, so I don't need to do any watering because, hey, the sky's doing it for me. But take care, and I'll see you next week for the next in our Beginner Gardener series.